So the main argument, of course, is that states do in fact trade with their enemies during war. Then the general idea is, well, what part of that trade actually continues? And in order to answer that, states need to balance military and economic incentives. So on the one hand, you want to maximize the military benefit of severing trade. But on the other hand, you want to minimize the economic costs to cutting off that trade. So that gives us basically two conditions under which wartime trade can exist. First, trade can be permitted when it doesn't help the enemy win the current war. And second, trade can be permitted when severing it doesn't affect the state's long-term security. But we can take that sort of to one more level of specificity and say that a wartime commercial policy is actually set at the product level. So for each given product, if the amount of time it takes to convert it into a military capability takes longer than you expect the war to last, then that trade can be permitted because it doesn't help the enemy win the current war. And then if the contribution of a product to a state's economy is greater than the level designated by the stakes of the specific war you're planning to fight, then states will protect that trade even during the war because it's important for their own long-term security.